everyone, today I am testing 10 of the most viral TikTok dessert recipes from around the world to see which country makes the best sweet. From stretchy ice cream to extremely satisfying coconut candy, these recipes have over 100 million views. But do they taste as good as they look? Let's find out. I'm so excited, we're going to Japan. Watashi no nama wa Rosanna. That's all I've got. All right, so this dessert is called dango. They're like little balls that we steam. I don't know. In her video, she didn't have a lot of details, but in the description, she had the recipes. I'm just gonna try to do my best. In this bowl, we have rice flour, two different kinds, glutinous rice flour and then regular rice flour. We're gonna add some powdered sugar. And then once that's mixed, we're gonna add our hot boiling water. I'm gonna get my hands in there. I gotta bring this together. Oh yeah, that's great. I kept working the dough until it became less sticky, then divided it into three. One I've dyed green using a little bit of food coloring, and this one I'm gonna dye pink. So I just wrapped them up tight. You don't want them to dry out. And put a little drop in the middle. This is how I color fondant whenever I'm making it. I put a little dye in the middle, and then I just keep working it into it. That's looking good. Now the next step is we're gonna split each of these amounts into 6 portions for 6 little balls. We've got our little rice balls ready, and we brought some water to a boil. Once it's boiling, we're just gonna place them in and let them all boil together for about 8 minutes. And you wanna stir them so they don't stick to the bottom. They're near done when they start to float, but they might need to cook a little bit longer. They're ready. We're gonna turn off the heat and then scoop these into the ice bath. Let them chill. This is so fun. These little balls take an ice bath for about 5 minutes. So after they've chilled, you're just gonna scoop them onto a plate, and then we're gonna put them on some skewers like she does in the video. Look how cute that is. Now we're just gonna keep assembling these until we run out of balls. Now these are usually served with a sweet soy glaze, so I'm gonna drizzle a little bit on top. All right, let's try a dango. They're super chewy. They taste like a sweet rice, and it kind of have the consistency of mochi, but it's not as sweet. So it tastes really good with like a savory sauce. These are good. This next dessert is called balabayana, and it is from Brazil, and it's a really sweet treat with coconut. In a medium-sized sauce pot, we're gonna pour in some sweetened condensed milk. Maybe we're gonna scoop it in. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's pretty condensed. Add some butter and some unsweetened shredded coconut. We're gonna keep cooking this on medium heat for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep stirring, and you'll know it's ready when it starts pulling away from the pan. Cooked it until it was a thick oatmeal texture. Then I poured it into this bowl like she suggested and let it cool. And now we're gonna roll it into balls. And once we fill up this tray, we're gonna pop them in the fridge for about a half hour to chill. I just heated up a little bit of sugar, water, and a little bit of vinegar so it wouldn't crystallize. But no, you can't taste the vinegar at all. And look at that beautiful amber color. We're just gonna coat each one of these in our hard candy. And using a fork, I'm just picking it up. Look at that. Let the excess drip off a little bit, and then I'm placing it onto a baking sheet lined with a piece of parchment paper. And ta-da! Balabayana, little desserts in my face. I can't wait. I am going to crack this one just like she did. So I got a little spoon here. We're gonna give it a little crack. Oh, this is amazing. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's got coconut. The outside having this crunchy shell, it's just texture heaven, perfection. Whoa, what is that? Dragon's beard candy from China. We're gonna combine sugar, a little bit of corn syrup, and water. Mix this up and then place it on the stove on a medium-high heat until the heat reaches 270 degrees. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of cotton candy extract for a little bit of flavoring, and just a couple drops of green food coloring dye. This is oil-based, so it behaves the best. And then you're gonna gently stir together. You don't wanna do it quick because you don't want it to crystallize. Now I'm gonna use a little silicone mold to help cool down our candy. We're gonna let our candy cool for about 15 minutes. It's still gonna be warm, and you want it to be pliable, but not cold. All right, this is gonna be my first attempt. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing good. All right, so we're just gonna take out one of these candies. Woo, woo, woo. All right, yeah, we're still warm, still pliable. And I'm just gonna try to copy and do what he does. All right, so he puts it in here, and then he makes like a donut, kind of a, okay. Oh, he's like, oh no, that's, Okay, well, he's a lot better at this than me. Okay, like that. Easy. What's so hard about this? We got this. Oh, I'm seeing hair. Am I nailing it? Have I made dragon's beard? Well, if not, we've made something hairy. And then how many times do you put it in here? Oh God, what have I done? We have got tangles. Not bad for a first attempt. We have got hair. Does it look damaged? Like you came out of a chlorine pool? Yes, maybe. I know what to do now. I'm gonna put it down here, and now I'm gonna cat's cradle her. All right, this is getting better. You guys, I haven't been pulling it. I've just been wrapping it. This is so fun, and I can't believe that I'm getting the hang of it on my second try. I'm gonna taste a bite. Here we go. Oh. If you like sticky caramel, you're gonna like dragon's hair. Oh, this looks so good. It's a fried dessert from India, and it's called jalebi. This kind of reminds me of funnel cake, but with different flavors. After we're done frying them, they're gonna soak in some sugar syrup. We're gonna make the sugar syrup right now, so we're gonna add water, sugar, and then some really yummy things for flavoring. We've got some saffron. A little bit goes a long way, you don't need much. Cardamom, and a little bit of rose water. Mix together and bring this to a boil. Then we're gonna let it simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes until it becomes sticky, like you did in the video. Boop, boop, boop. This is looking really good. We want it to be warm when we're dipping, not hot. So I'm gonna turn it off, set it off to the side. This is all ready, and now let's fry our dessert. In his video, he doesn't have any measurements. It's more like we're going on vibes, so I'm basing it off of the look. So in a big mixing bowl, we've got some flour, then we're gonna add some yeast, a little bit of baking soda, and then we're just gonna add some water slowly while mixing until we get a little bit of a pancake consistency. That actually took quite a bit of mixing, but now we've got our pancake batter consistency. We're gonna add a few drops of food coloring like he did. Now we're gonna let the batter rest for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna pour it into a squeeze bottle. I've never done this. Let's give it a go. Here we go, you guys. Spiral, spiral, spiral. No way, no way, no way. Yes, yes. Let them fry for about 1 minute. Place it into the sugar syrup and let them soak in here for about a minute or two. Just enough time to make another one. All right, then I'm gonna move them over here to a drying rack with a little baking sheet underneath. Now let's see how it tastes. Oh, I love the flavors. This is so good. It's a win. I would definitely recommend making this. What I love about Indian food is there's so much depth of flavor. The desserts are no different. I love macarons. Oh, I know this dessert. France, hello, bonjour, oui, oui. I have made macarons many a times, and for this batter, the only thing I did a little bit different is I divided it into 3 and dyed it blue, pink, and purple, just like their video. In front of me, I've got a silicone baking mat, and it's perfect because look at that. It has already stenciled the size of our cookies. When I'm piping, I'm gonna go for the inner circle, filling to the inner circle, and then it may spread to the outer circle as it sits and develops a skin, and that is fine. As I'm piping, I'm doing little circles, creating kind of a swirl, just to get all that beautiful color differentiation. I'm gonna give these a quick tap on the counter to help release any air bubbles and help them lay a little smoother. Now we're gonna let them sit out at room temperature for about 40 minutes to develop a light skin over the top. After they've set out, we're gonna put on a little bit of edible glitter. You can heat your oven to 300 degrees and bake these for about 17 to 20 minutes until little feet start to form. They've baked, I gave them plenty of time to cool, and now we're gonna be doing the same thing with the icing, the filling, as we did to make the cookie itself. And look at that, gorgeous. And ta-da, our galaxy macarons are done, and now let's give them a taste. Texture perfect. The only thing to know is when you add this much food coloring to a French macaron, it affects the taste. Like, you can taste a little bitterness from the dyes, and it also is a very finicky cookie to make in general, and adding those colors make it even more finicky.
I went to Canada for the first time last month, had a beaver tail, it changed my life, so let's make it at home and even better.
These remind me of elephant ears that I used to get at the county fair, so let's try making them. First thing, we're gonna add our milk, water, water into a large mixing bowl with our instant yeast. Using a wooden spoon, you can just stir these together. Then in this bowl, I've got flour, sugar, and some salt. So I'm just gonna mix this in. Keep stirring till you get a shaggy dough and it all comes together. After about a minute of mixing, this is what it looks like, and now we're gonna knead it by hand. Kneading dough is my favorite thing in the world. It's so relaxing. Just keep doing this till it's nice and smooth and not so sticky. Dough is looking so cute. Look at this little thing. Now we're gonna let it rest in a clean, greased bowl, and we're gonna cover the top with a little food-safe plastic wrap. She also puts a little towel on top, so we're gonna do that, and then we're just gonna set it off to the side to rise. Usually takes about an hour to double in size. Now we're gonna divide our dough into 6 equal portions. We're gonna take each one of the balls of dough and roll them into an oval shape on top of a piece of parchment paper. Perfect, just like this. Our oil is at 350, and now it's time to fry up some beaver tails. So you can just place it like this, parchment paper up, dough down, right into the pot. Let it start cooking for just a little bit, and then you can take off the parchment paper. It'll peel off really easy. Once it's fried, we're gonna remove it and place it over onto a drying rack with a baking sheet underneath to let any excess oil drip off, and we're gonna keep frying these little, I keep wanting to say elephant ears, but they're beaver tails. Woo woo, this one's bubbly. Beaver tail coming through. We're just gonna drizzle a little bit of glaze on top. It's so easy to make, just a little bit of brown butter, powdered sugar, maple syrup, and vanilla extract. Mix together, spread on top. You definitely wanna do this while it's still warm. It melts perfectly. I cannot wait. Let's do a little sprinkle. Oh, it's hot, it's fresh, it smells amazing. I have to try it right now. Oh my gosh, this is my new favorite dessert. Oh, Canada. I thought America was home of the fried food, but Canada, you are stepping it up. These are amazing. Next dessert is chin chin from Nigeria. It's like a little fried cookie or a fried biscuit. Let's try it. Her recipe was a bulk recipe. It was so big, she was making it in a bucket. So this is about a quarter of her recipe. In a large mixing bowl, we've got flour, and then we're gonna add sugar, a little bit of nutmeg, and baking powder. Boop, 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 boop. What I like about her, she doesn't even use any utensils. She just uses her hands. So I'm just gonna mix together with my hands. Now we're gonna add our butter, and we're just gonna keep mixing together until our flour feels like crumbs. Now we're gonna add our milk and vanilla extract. Mix together until we've got a smooth dough. After a whole lot of kneading, this came together. It's really dense. Cover it with a clean kitchen towel. Let it rest for 15 minutes. The dough has rested. Now we're gonna roll them out and cut cute little shapes. And we're gonna wanna roll it out to be about a 1/4 inch thick. And I'm just gonna be using portions of the dough because this is a big recipe. Even though I reduced it, this is only 1/4 of her recipe, it's still big. All right, just get it started. Then we're gonna roll it out. And then once it's rolled out a 1/4 inch thick, then I'll use the little pizza cutter and get our little squares. Once the dough is rolled out, we're gonna cut little 1/2 inch squares. I'm just gonna eyeball it, go this way. Look at how cute. You're gonna bring your oil to 360 and we're gonna fry them up. And we're just gonna fry them until they turn a nice golden brown. It's good to give them a little mix so they don't stick together. Once they're done, I'm just gonna scoop them up and bring them over to this metal strainer with a baking sheet underneath. Let any excess grease just drip right off. Here's all the chin chin we made. Remember, we only used a 1/4 of her recipe, and this is a lot. And now I'm gonna give it a try. There's no sauce, there's no glaze, they're warm. It's like a fried little cookie biscuit, and literally you could put anything on them. You could put a little butter, a little jam, whatever you wanted. These are great. Oh, look at this. Jelly milk. I've never heard of this. This recipe is from Antarctica. To make the jello, in here I've got water and sugar, and then we're gonna add a little bit of strawberry extract, and then we've got a little bit of blue food coloring. We're going to pour about 75% of the mixture into a medium-sized saucepan, bring it to a boil. Now we're gonna open a pack of gelatin, pour it in. Mix this up. We're gonna let it sit here just until the water boils. We're gonna turn it off, pour our gelatin mixture. All right, give it a little mix. Once that's dissolved, we're just gonna pour into a little casserole dish. This is looking good. Now you're gonna pop it in the fridge to chill for about 6 hours or overnight. We repeated the same process to make a milk jelly. The only difference is we used milk instead of water and vanilla instead of strawberry. And then online, I found this really cute bear mold. Now I'm gonna carefully go pop this into the refrigerator to let it chill for the same amount, 6 hours or overnight to set. I cut the blue jelly into little cubes, and then over here I've got a bowl about halfway with ice, and I popped our little milk bear out of the mold. It's so cute. He's sleeping and it's adorable. And now I'm gonna assemble the cuteness. Just pours in little milk around. Now I don't know how to eat this. Oh no, no, no bear. Do you eat the bear? I just don't want to. Milk jelly is really interesting. I just can't eat him, he's too cute. I can't do it. I'm gonna say milk jelly bear. Making a frozen rainbow cookie in Antarctica. A frozen M&M cookie. First step to making a frozen rainbow cookie, you're gonna need M&Ms. Then we're gonna arrange them on a plate in the color of the rainbow all the way around in a circle. And we're gonna very slowly and carefully pour in some hot water just into the center until it hits the M&Ms. Look at it. It's happening. I've never seen anything like this. It's super cool. The only thing I've done with candy in college is I threw some Skittles in a thing of vodka, and that was Skittle vodka. This is starting to look good, so I'm gonna pick it up carefully and pop this in the freezer. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this again, and I'm just gonna pour the hot water while it's sitting in the freezer already so that you don't move it, because otherwise, look what it does. Ta-da! Here is our frozen rainbow cookie. It has frozen completely. The colors still blended together when it froze. You can see some of the streaks of rainbow, but it's still a really cool idea. All right, but let's see, how do you get it off of the plate? Maybe warm it up? Oh no, it totally melted it. Okay, well, functionality in California, not the best. Don't worry, everybody, I've got another one. Let's try it again. Round two, here's our second rainbow frozen cookie, and I'm like, do I just heat it up with the heat of my hand or my belly? I don't know, my bum? Or do I just put it in for 1 second? Okay, 1 second. Come on, baby. Oh, okay, it broke in half, but I'll still take it. I love it. It's chocolate shaved ice. I'm a fan. This dessert is from Australia. It's called fairy bread. First, I've got my slice of white bread, and then I've got some room temperature butter. This is salted butter, and I'm just gonna spread it all over the top. All right, now we're gonna take our little piece of bread, flip it butter side down, and look at that. Let's try it. This is fun. I love bread. I love butter. I like sprinkles. You really can't go wrong, and this is just fun. Adding a little bit more of sweetness to your toast. And it also has a fun little texture. I'm all about the fairy bread. Whoa, what is this? Stretchy ice cream? This is the coolest ice cream I've ever seen. She even said it takes an hour to melt. So you could eat this, you know, while you're baking. So in the video, the place that she went to was in New York, so I found a Turkish ice cream place near me. Turkish ice cream is called dondurma. I'm so excited. We have different flavors. So we got vanilla, saffron, and Turkish coffee. Let's try vanilla first. I've heard that when it's fresh, it's the most stretchy. So because it's in this little pint, I'm not quite sure, but let's give it a go. Oh, well, it's much more dense, so visually it doesn't stretch. This is so bizarre. It's like if saltwater, taffy, and ice cream had a baby, they would have Turkish ice cream? Ooh, we're lucky. We got saffron twice today. The vanilla is the most stretchy so far. And then let's do the last one. Turkish coffee flavor. The flavor is amazing. I'm gonna do a little science experiment. I'm just gonna leave the vanilla one out and see if it gets stretchier as it warms up. So I'm gonna do a little science. So we left out the ice cream and it actually did get a little bit more stretchy. Look at this, you guys. It moves very differently than gelato moves. Let's just say that. And ice cream just turns into melted cream. It doesn't become stretchy. So this is just a very unique ice cream texture. We had so many wins today. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think it would have to be the beaver tails. They're just so good. So congrats to Canada, and if you'd like to watch any other videos, you can click up here or up here.